What up, y'all? Xavier Mayberry, aka Nugent Fitness, and today's topic of discussion is one I've been meaning to get to actually, and it's how much protein can your body metabolize in one sitting? So to simplify that, people have, I say you have like a gym buddy. Have you ever heard them say, "Oh, your body can only process this much protein in a sitting, like 20 grams of protein, 30 grams of protein, and if you eat like 50, basically you're wasting it, your body's not using it." Well, I'm here to tell you right now that is a myth. And keep in mind with most, and this is not just with gym information, this is with anything, if it's a blanket statement, a lot of the times it's not true. So there's this one study, I forget who it's by, but it's basically stating they proved men can only metabolize 20 grams per sitting, but they didn't calculate for all factors, so it was basically null and void. So your body, it regulates how much protein moves through your body to make sure it can absorb all the amino acids. What people have to realize is it's a human body, so we've evolved to be pretty efficient. So same goes for the detox teas. You know how they say, oh, you need to clean your kidneys out or your liver out because it's clogged up? Those are filtering systems. Your kidney's a filtering system, so it does a pretty good job of it by itself. Same goes for if you try to metabolize protein. So there's an intermittent fasting, there's eating your food 6 small meals, there's doing like the pulse method where it's you eat like 3 big meals maybe to reach your goals. Me myself, what I do, even though my meal timing is not the best, so I'll wake up like at say 9 a.m. My first meal will be maybe at 1, then I'll eat like at 5, maybe at 10. But the thing is, I'm still building muscle, I'm still repairing muscle tissue. So that's anecdotal evidence, but me personally, that goes to show that meal timing is not necessarily of that much importance. There was a study conducted by the Human Nutrition Research Center, and what it did, it had 16 women, and they had group 1 and group 2. So what group 1 did, they had those women eating 79% of their protein for the day, like their daily allowance. So they ate 54 grams of protein all in one sitting. That's group 1. And they had group 2 eat 79% of theirs, so it's also 54 grams. They had them eat theirs in 4 meals, so spaced out. And what they found was there was no difference in protein synthesis. So their bodies both took it in and used it efficiently. So there was no waste. And even though that wasn't for men or older men, they just did it for women. That kind of goes to show, it gives you sort of a hint at what we do as well. So to say that you eat 20 grams and that's it, I guess it's just, I don't know if it's an advertisement scheme or a way to make money or bro science, but your body is capable of many things. The most, I've eaten 100 grams of protein in one sitting with no adverse effects. There are many variables when factoring in how much protein your body can metabolize. Your age, if you're younger, older, that could depend or affect the way you metabolize protein. Your activity level, the more active you are, obviously the more protein you can intake. The amount of muscle you have, the more muscle you have, the more protein you're going to burn, the more you're going to need to replenish yourself. Also, it also helps you, by the way, you can store amino acids. Your body does store protein to a degree. So the more muscle you have, the more you're ready to store protein. So once again, I might sum up this video to say, how much protein can I ingest and metabolize and use efficiently in one sitting? How much is it, Xavier? It depends. People like a black and white answer, but all too often that is not the case, especially with fitness. When it comes to fitness, there are certain guidelines and sort of like, how would you say, there are certain rules of thumb, but once you figure yourself out, you'll figure out how to take these rules, bend them a little, and further your own journey. So that goes along with your rep sets, 8 to 12. With me, I tend to do 10 to 15. That's more endurance, but I find that I make a lot of progress that way. So just keep in mind, it may come from whatever you hear may come from some sort of factual standpoint, but word of mouth, it will get mixed up. So how much protein can you metabolize? It depends. It depends. But it's darn sure not 20 grams. That's this video. I'm Xavier Mayberry, aka New Gen Fitness, and I am out. I'm out like lights when the show's over. Kill 'em all, put the gun in my holster. If I had bread, I would need a toaster. I'm scared of roller coasters. Okay.